back on the air here at the Walter Pyramid. We apologize for some technical difficulties. Not sure exactly how long we've been off the air, but Petar Majstorovic is at the free throw line for the Beach right now. First free throw, no good off the front of the rim. It was a 1-on-1. If he hit them both, it would have tied the game. Illinois stayed ahead 59-57, but Majstorovic misses the first free throw. Redbirds back on the offensive end. It's been over 5 minutes since their last shot from the field. Coleman with the ball on the right wing. 2-point lead for Illinois State, 7.5 minutes to go. And now foul gets called against Leopold Levalon guarding Walker.
Yeah, Levalon now in a bit of foul trouble. That's his fourth. The Redbirds over these last 5 minutes just have not been able to put up a quality shot. Nothing seems to be falling for them. They cannot buy a bucket here in the Pyramid, but in the bonus now, look for Chase Walker to start to invite more contact down there. With Levalon in foul trouble, Chris Acker's now going to turn to DMX off the bench to shore up those defensive responsibilities after this first free throw.
Both teams in the bonus for the rest of the way. Exavero will indeed sub in here for Levalon. So it's going to be a 1-on-1 for Walker here at the free throw line. First free throw from Walker is good, so he'll shoot a second.
Chase Walker, really a guy who Illinois State are happy to have back as well. Out of high school, he was 400 pounds, was getting no looks from any kind of colleges. It was between Toledo, Liberty, and Illinois State. He chose Illinois State, and head coach Ryan Pedden said when he came in, he was one football helmet away from being in the NFL. After a breakout year last year, he's looking to build on that and lead Illinois State back to the big dance.
Walker goes 2 for 2 on this trip to the line, so the lead's up to 4 for the Redbirds. Beach trying to complete a comeback here and at least get this thing tied. Rob Diaz goes over to Gavin Sykes. Up at the top, Sykes picks up his dribble and gives it on a bounce to Majstorovic. Just inside the three-point line, Majstorovic drives into the right post now and puts it through. A hook shot from Petar Majstorovic with the right hand. Nice finish, back to a 2-point lead. Coleman getting doubled in the backcourt, passes over to Kinziger. Kinziger just across the timeline, passes over to Landon Moore. Limited play time, Moore now gives to Walker in the right corner, and then foul gets called against Exaviero.
Derek Michael Exaviero now 3 personal fouls, and Paseka goes to his third option off the bench. In comes Shea Johnson Jr. to play the center position. Chase Walker giving the bigs of the Beach all kinds of problems here down the stretch. Still 61-59, Illinois State ahead.
Chris Acker is instructing Exaviero as he gets over to the bench. Same thing, Petar Majstorovic, as Shea Johnson came on. He was saying to keep his arms up. Walker's first free throw good again, so he'll shoot a second.
Chase Walker really was incredible last year for Illinois State. Only averaged 18 minutes per game. He averaged 7.4 fouls per 40 minutes. That was the 7th most in the nation. But when he was on the floor, 8.7 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per game, 4 offensive rebounds now in the first 2 games of this season. He is such an impactful piece of everything Illinois State does well.
Walker's second free throw good again, so he's gotten hot from the free throw line. Walker's up to 12 points, 8 for 8 from the stripe today. Rob Diaz with the ball as we eclipse 7 minutes to go. Diaz hands off along the wing to Gavin Sykes. Sykes gives to Majstorovic in the short corner on the left side. Majstorovic drives baseline, picks up his dribble, spins, goes back out to the top for Diaz. Coleman defending. Diaz steps back a couple steps. Johnson sets a screen on the right side. Diaz now passes over. Majstorovic pulls the 3 from the left wing. No good. Shea Johnson Jr. an offensive rebound. Gives it back out to Diaz. Diaz pulls the 3. That one's off to the right. Just kissed the bottom of the backboard. Diaz not even close there on the triple. 63-59, Illinois State ahead of the Beach. Kinziger goes over to Walker, who's driving. He puts it up and gets another foul. It's going to be another 2 free throws for Chase Walker. Already 8 for 8 from the line today.
And that puts Illinois State in the double bonus now. That foul from Majstorovic came from a mismatch. It was supposed to be Johnson Jr. guarding Walker, but Illinois State is able to run a little pick at the top, get the mismatch they want, and Majstorovic, not only a height differential, a weight differential, Walker's able to throw his weight around, get back to the line. And Bruce, despite a nearly 7-minute long scoring drought, Illinois State still holds on to a 4-point lead.
This will be 2 shots for Walker. The 6'9", 280-pounder puts it up and makes the first free throw. He's perfect from the line today. 9 of his 13 points coming from the charity stripe.
Chase Walker, this is his 3rd year with the program. He was recruited alongside Kinziger and Pence. He said that the only thing he needs to be happy with so many offers coming to him in the transfer portal was just a gym to play basketball in and a PlayStation. Certainly looking like that type of player once again tonight from the free throw line.
This time he finally misses one, so it's 1 for 2 on the trip to the line. 64-59, Redbirds ahead by 5. Isaiah Lewis dribbles just in front of the logo, gives it on a bounce to Gavin Sykes. Sykes now a bounce pass to Majstorovic, right on the left elbow. Majstorovic drives into the key, puts up a floater. It's no good, and Walker has the rebound for the Redbirds. Under 6 minutes to go now. Coleman with the ball for Illinois State. Crosses over, gets screened from Walker at the top. Coleman drives in, steps through the key, and lays it up and through. Looked like the Beach were all trying to prepare themselves for a pass to Walker, but instead Coleman does it himself.
And Lewis with 4 fouls can't afford to get physical defensively, especially down low.
Majstorovic hesitates. Now he gives a spin move, drives onto the right block, picks up his dribble. He's getting doubled, but he puts it up and through anyway. Majstorovic steps through 2 defenders and lays it in off the glass.
And now Petar Majstorovic with 11 points. Walker defending him with 3 personal fouls, wants to stay in this game. A chess match between both teams defensively and now with their key players in foul trouble.
66-61, Redbirds ahead of the Beach. Walker drives baseline, missed the dunk. Bender has the rebound, gets it stolen, and then immediately getting a foul is Landon Wolf. Shaq Bender got the rebound off the missed dunk, and then immediately got it taken by Landon Wolf. It's going to be 2 free throws as Wolf got hacked going up for a layup.
Landon Wolf was just lurking right behind Bender and was able to poke that ball loose, go straight up. And Chase Walker would have blown the roof off the pyramid had that dunk gone in. Illinois State still have now broken the scoring drought from the free throw line and are still up by 5, 66-61.
First free throw up and through for Landon Wolf.
That foul, Bruce, also put Shaq Bender in serious foul trouble. Now 4 personals for the guard.
Bender, Lewis, and Levelon all with 4 personal fouls for the Beach. Second free throw for Wolf is also good. So Illinois State is out to a 68-61 lead. Shaq Bender will head to the bench now with his 4 personal fouls. The Beach's leading scorer today with 16, now having to take a seat.
Yeah, now a different backcourt for the Beach. Isaiah Lewis is going to have to play alongside Rob Diaz. They've subbed in and out for each other all night long, now forced to play together with 5 minutes to go.
Isaiah Lewis, guarded by Coleman, gives it on a bounce to Sykes on the left wing. Sykes takes a jab step, now drives over, and a foul gets called on defense against Kinziger. Some cheers for the officials on that call. We've seen the Beach bench getting more and more exasperated, wanting some more whistles on the Redbirds defenders.
It's been such a physical game now. That's the 12th foul that's going to be called against the Redbirds. Long Beach State approaching double bonus territory. Going to have to knock down some free throws, though, so far today. 5 for 11.
Sykes makes the first one. Hit the front of the rim hard, but rolled its way in. Gavin Sykes with 9 points in the game. He'll have a chance to get into double figures with his second free throw.
We talked about it early on. Free throws are going to be so key. Long Beach has missed 6 free throws tonight. They trail by only 6. A big one coming here.
Second free throw good. Sykes was looking over to the bench and asking, who do I have on defense before he stepped to the line, but the distraction isn't enough for him to miss. 68-63, Redbirds ahead. Coleman with the ball, looking to extend their lead. He hands off to Kinziger. He drives right into the elbow, steps back. That's an offensive foul against Kinziger. As he went for the step back, he threw the left arm and pushed Lewis out of the way. It's an offensive foul and a turnover for the Redbirds.
Yeah, and a brief look of panic from Isaiah Lewis when that whistle sounded around the pyramid. 4 personal fouls for him, and he's having to guard the Redbirds' top shooter. Long Beach still down by 5. Huge possession, under 5 minutes to go.
Lewis gives to Peter Majstorovic. Shea Johnson now passes over to Lewis, goes to Majstorovic in the short corner on the left side. Majstorovic pump fakes, goes to work on Walker. Now he drives baseline, gives a spin move on the left block. He's getting doubled now, tries to get it down to Shea Johnson. Pass goes all the way through to Diaz now, though. Diaz goes to the key and passes out to Sykes. He steps through, floater from Gavin Sykes, puts it in. The true freshman with a heck of a finish right there. And the Beach will call timeout after their bucket. It's 68-65, only a 3-point game.
Gavin Sykes, an impeccable floater, but that play is really created by Rob Diaz. He tracks down the loose ball, drives into the paint, forces the defense to collapse, kicks it outside, and from there, Sykes is able to make the Redbirds pay. Long Beach State so good on defense for most of the second half, but with less than 5 minutes to go, now their offense needs to wake up in a big way. Fouls are going to be so important here down the stretch. Long Beach only down by 3, 68-65.
The Beach in some foul trouble with a couple of their key players, but they've still managed to keep this thing close. They've worked it down to a 3-point lead for Illinois State. It'll be Redbirds ball coming out of the media timeout here on 22 West Radio. 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go here in the second half. Illinois State ahead 68-65 over Long Beach State. The Beach in their home opener trying to work all the way back and complete a comeback win.
Yeah, and a big stat to know here down the stretch. Long Beach State has matched the Redbirds' production in the paint, 26 points apiece in the second half against Pacific. The Tigers were able to blow Long Beach State out of the game with their production near the rim. Something to watch here down the stretch as well. Long Beach State's bench has stepped up in a big way, especially with their guards. There's going to be a new look lineup here down the stretch as we approach less than 4 minutes to go.
Full court press is in effect for the Beach. Redbirds pass it around 3 times in the backcourt. Now it's Coleman with the ball. He's able to break the press and move it across the half-court stripe. Coleman dribbles over to the left wing, gets a screen from Walker. Bounce pass goes to Walker as he cuts. He's getting doubled now. Dribbles out of it. Needs to find a pass. Still holding it. Needs to find a pass. Now just does get it away before a violation. Landon Moore drives baseline with the left hand. Bounce pass goes down low. Scoop layup is good for Landon Wolf. Wolf has made a couple of good plays here in the last few minutes. Back out to a 5-point lead for the Redbirds.
Only 6 points tonight for Wolf, but they have all been impactful.
Isaiah Lewis dribbling on the right wing. He's got 4 fouls, but is running the point for now for the Beach. Pass goes to Gavin Sykes up at the top. Johnson Jr. sets a screen on the left side. Sykes dribbles into the key. Scoop layup off the glass. It rims out. Johnson with a heck of an offensive rebound. Elevated over 2 players. Diaz back cut. Johnson finds him, and Rob Diaz lays it in. It's back to a 3-point game. Good ball movement from the Beach.
And another great finish from Rob Diaz. 9 points for him tonight.
Tyreek Coleman passes up to Johnny Kinziger. He calls for a clear out. Walker's going to set him a screen. Kinziger and Walker, the only 2 players on the left side of the floor. He gets the screen. Kinziger dribbles over, passes to Walker, hands right back. Kinziger drives into the key, kicks out. Pump fake. Now Coleman drives in. Coleman moved, and it's getting whistled. It's a travel for Tyreek Coleman. The pivot step moved just a little bit. The Beach wanted the turnover, and they get it. 70-67, only a 3-point game with exactly 3 minutes on the clock, and the Beach will get the ball back.
Discipline right here is the name of the game, Bruce. Long Beach State is down by 3, but they don't need a 3. Still so much time to stack quality possessions and eventually make the final run here in the pyramid.
Isaiah Lewis gets the inbound pass from Majstorovic. He takes it across the timeline, gives it on a bounce to Sykes. Sykes on the left wing, off-ball screen for Lewis. Sykes keeps it. Now Johnson sets a screen on the right side. Sykes crosses over. Goes back to Rob Diaz at the top. 12 on the shot clock. Diaz hesitates. Now goes to the corner. Majstorovic pulls the triple. It's good! Petar Majstorovic knocks down the 3, and we're all tied at 70.
They didn't need a 3, but Majstorovic delivers. 14 points now for the Syracuse transfer.
70 all, 2.5 to play. Pass goes over to Wolf on the right wing. Now on a bounce to Walker, but a foul gets called before the ball gets there. Petar Majstorovic looking over to the Beach bench in dismay. The foul goes against him, and Illinois State in the double bonus. It's going to be 2 free throws for Chase Walker.
Chase Walker has been efficient from the line tonight as well. 9 for 10 from the charity stripe. Not the person you want to foul for Petar Majstorovic. He's not in foul trouble, only his second personal. We've said so much tonight how important free throws were going to be down the stretch, and Illinois State as a team are shooting very, very well here.
Walker steps up to the line here for 2 shots. 21 for 25 from the free throw line for Illinois State today. He makes another one here. So Walker with 10 made free throws in this game alone. 2 minutes and 24 seconds remain. Illinois State back to a 1-point lead. Walker to shoot a second free throw.
Long Beach State has not led at any point in this second half. Bruce, miss or make, still a 1-possession game.
He makes it. So it's a 2-point game. Illinois State ahead 72-70. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Majstorovic has the ball, hands off to Sykes. Beach working with some pace here. Johnson Jr. gives over to Lewis on the left wing. Lewis pivoting, looks for a pass. Coleman providing pressure. Now Lewis puts the ball on the hardwood. Goes to the corner. Majstorovic, another 3. He knocks it down. Nothing but nylon for Petar Majstorovic. The Syracuse transfer has given the Beach their first lead in the second half.
How huge could that be, Bruce? Less than 2 minutes to go here in the pyramid.
Coleman gets a screen from Walker on the left side. Defense chance breaking out. Pass goes back to Walker. Pump fake. He goes onto the right block. Back to the basket. He puts up a hook shot and knocks it down. Good finish from Walker. Illinois State back ahead.
74-72, and Rob Diaz is running the point right now for Long Beach State, trying to slow down the pace of this game.
The shot from Majstorovic appears that it was a long 2. His foot must have been on the line. It's a 2-point lead for Illinois State, 74-72. Majstorovic in the high post. Pump fakes. Now he drives into the key. Back to the basket. He shoves off. Fadeaway midi. No good. It rims out. Heartbreaking miss there from Majstorovic. Just about fell, but just misses. Coleman with the ball, 1:13 to play. 2-point lead for Illinois State. Huge possession here for the Beach to get a stop. And now the whistle blows. It looks like Walker is coming up gingerly. So it's an injury timeout here. Walker looking over to the bench and saying that he's okay, but he's limping his way over towards the bench now.
Would be a huge loss if Illinois State cannot have him in the game right here. They would love to have a presence down low. They would love to have him clog up the paint, free up the shooters on the perimeter. Long Beach State is going to make a change of their own. Out goes Rob Diaz. Back in Shaquille Bender.
We've got a pause here as Walker is being attended to. Still up on his feet and standing near the floor. And now it looks like they are going to make a sub. Walker holding his left ankle. Johnny Kinziger was standing next to the scorer's table ready to check in, and now Illinois State's going to call a timeout to try and see if Walker can keep going. As the timeout is called, Walker goes straight down and is getting stretched out.
Yeah, Walker, as the adrenaline was wearing off during that break, went down into clutch. His leg, he'll be okay, but this 30-second timeout, a chance for Chris Acker to organize his team defensively. We saw so many games last season end with a missed shot or a missed opportunity at the buzzer for Long Beach. A big reason why they dropped 15 straight to finish the year. Now they're in the same position once again, down by 2 against a team that hopes to make a run into March Madness. We're going to learn a lot about this Long Beach State team, Bruce, over the next minute and 9 seconds.
It's already been an impressive battle from the Beach to fight back into this. They were down at halftime and were progressively chipping away at the lead all the way until they tied it up here late in the second half. Now Illinois State back out to a 2-point lead, 74-72, 1:09 to go here in the game.
Yeah, Long Beach State 5 of their last 7 from the floor. Petar Mastorovic has been huge. He now has 16 points on the night, 2 for 4 from 3, and some big shots down here in the stretch of this one. Mastorovic, Chris Acker turns to him so much to be a vocal leader on this team. Expect him to see a lot of the ball here over these last 69 seconds.
Johnny Kinziger has indeed subbed in, but Walker does remain on the floor. Inbound pass goes to Coleman. 1:05 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Coleman crosses over. Walker looking for space in the high post. Bounce pass goes to him out on the wing. Walker crosses over, under a minute to go. Walker now with 5 to shoot, drives into the key, and it's waved off. A foul gets called on the Beach. It is on the floor, it appears.
And a lot of debate now. This Pyramid crowd wants an offensive foul against Walker, working against Shea Johnson Jr. Walker very physical, had Johnson Jr. hooked around, but it's going to go against the Beach here, and Walker will head back to the line.
It's going to be 2 free throws, even though it was called on the floor. Illinois State in the double bonus. So now Walker steps up here, 11 for 12 from the charity stripe in the game. He's got 17 points. Chance to add to it. Pyramid gets loud. First free throw from Walker, up and good. So with a 3-point lead here for Illinois State, a crucial free throw to try and extend it to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, looking at the replay, Bruce, not too much Shea Johnson Jr. could have done. But for Walker, so much of his game tonight has been at the free throw line, trying to put this game 2 possessions ahead.
It's another make. Walker still nails from the free throw line. So it's a 4-point lead for Illinois State, 76-72, 56 seconds remaining on the game clock.
Yeah, a different look here for Long Beach State compared to the possession they had previously. Now they do need a big-time shot. It can be a 3, it can be a 2, but they need to work quickly. Only 56 seconds on the shot clock. They don't need to foul defensively. Chris Acker has to have told them all of this in the timeout.
Beach in the single bonus. Inbound pass goes to Isaiah Lewis in the backcourt. He dribbles across quickly, and now Long Beach will call an immediate timeout. 26 seconds on the shot clock, 52 seconds on the game clock as Chris Acker goes for a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, Chris Acker wants to advance the ball up the floor, and like we said before that timeout was called, there is so much to discuss here with so much strategy on the line. Long Beach State still 2 timeouts for Chris Acker to use here. Make it 1 now since he took 1. But down by 4, Long Beach State will look to their leaders tonight. Petar Mastorovic, Shaq Bender both have 16 points. Gavin Sykes is still on the floor with 12. Isaiah Lewis, a talented scoring guard. Yes, foul trouble has kept him out, but he has 5 points, and they've been clutch. Shea Johnson Jr., we're going to see who the big is coming out of this timeout. Could be very important, whether it's Johnson Jr., Dallas Washington, DMX. Who's going to be on the floor to match up against Walker here? Less than a minute to go, Bruce. Pyramid on pins and needles.
Chris Acker drawn up a play on the whiteboard there. The Beach are going to bring in an offensive-minded lineup here coming out of the timeout. They need a bucket on this possession. 52.6 on the game clock, a 4-point deficit. Beach trying to make a comeback. They have gotten this thing tied late in the second half, but Illinois State back out to a 4-point lead.
And a change for Illinois State as well. On comes Landon Moore, the 6'3" guard. He'll be playing the guard position, known for his defense, has not scored tonight on his 10 minutes.
Inbound pass into the backcourt for Shaquille Bender. 16 points for Bender tonight as he drives into the right block, picks up his dribble, goes to the corner. Lewis pump fakes. Now he drives in, hesitates, puts it up with the left hand. No good off the back iron. Tracking down the rebound is Moore, and then he goes down. Majstorovic dove to the ground trying to track down the rebound, but instead it's going to be a foul against Petar Majstorovic. And this will be another 2 free throws for the Redbirds. Landon Moore stepping up to take them.
Yeah, Landon Moore was responsible for guarding Bender, the primary ball handler. Off the inbound pass, did a great job to force the pass to Lewis in the corner. Lewis did make the most of his opportunity, drove in, got a good look at the basket. That back iron, though, will haunt him tonight. Off the foul, more strategy being discussed in this timeout with the Beach down by 4.
38 seconds remain. Illinois State will be going to the free throw line after this timeout. Long Beach takes their last of the game. So Chris Hacker brings out all the chairs and wants to draw up another play, make sure his players are all on the same page. There's going to be some crucial free throws here for Illinois State to try and extend this out to a 6-point game.
Yeah, we mentioned all the close games last year. There was a close game just last week against Pacific. Long Beach were in a very similar position. Pacific was up 64-58 with 1:47 left, 66-62 with just over a minute to go. But it was the defensive tenacity of the Beach that got them back in the game. They did have a chance at a buzzer beater at the end off of a steal and bucket that gave them that opportunity. It was Gavin Sykes who took it. He led the way that night with 20 points. He was 4 of 10 from 3 against Pacific. And if it comes down to a final shot here, Long Beach State now has no more timeouts to spare. So coming out of this one, they need to know what play they're running, how they're lining up defensively, and if they have a chance at a last shot, who's going to take it.
Landon Moore stepping up to the free throw line here, a first-year Illinois State player, transferred in from Butler. Last year at Butler was a 73% free throw shooter. So far this season, 2 for 4 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, Landon Moore, a very good free throw shooter. Long Beach State also needs to know who to foul down the stretch. Illinois State is such a good shooting team, and they have made teams pay last year in the Missouri Valley Conference, and I'm sure they will this year as well from the free throw line.
The Beach out of timeouts now, so Chris Acker needed to have gone over everything in that last huddle. 2 free throws here for Landon Moore. The senior misses the first one off the front of the rim, and that gets an uproar from the Pyramid crowd.
Chris Acker saying box out, but watch the elbows. Long Beach State can't afford a ticky-tack foul here.
38 seconds left. Second free throw here for Moore. It rims around and misses. Gavin Sykes has the rebound for the Beach. A 4-point deficit, 35 seconds to go. Got a 6-second difference between the shot and game clocks. Isaiah Lewis up at the top. Beach looking to get a pass away, and it gets tipped out of bounds off of the Redbirds. Went for Sykes on the left wing, but Kinziger with nice hands to poke it out of bounds.
Yeah, Long Beach State, we mentioned no timeout, so they cannot stop the clock. Isaiah Lewis, so much pressure on his young shoulders. The junior guard is now going to need to lead this offense for the final 30 seconds.
27.8 on the game clock, 21 on the shot clock. Beach trail by 4, 76-72, Illinois State ahead. Pass coming in from the sideline for the Beach. It goes into Bender. He pulls the 3 right off the inbound. Air ball, and it goes out of bounds. Majstorovic was jumping up, going for an offensive rebound, but instead it goes right off his hip and onto the baseline. It's a bad miss for Shaquille Bender, rolling along the wing off the inbound pass. 25 seconds left even on the game clock. The shot clock is off. Illinois State with a 4-point lead, Beach in a press. Inbound pass goes in, down low to Coleman, and now he gets fouled right away by Lewis. That's going to be Lewis's 5th personal.
And that's really unfortunate. It means Rob Diaz is going to have to come back into the game. And Chris Acker had obviously wanted Lewis to be the primary ball handler. This is the game Long Beach State will have to play now. Foul and hope that the Redbirds miss their free throws down by 4. Odds increasingly unlikely that Long Beach State can come back. But if they need to, they need offensive rebounds. They need quick threes. They need quick buckets now. The strategy here has changed drastically from where we were with just over a minute to go to where we are now. Long Beach State increasingly desperate for a bucket.
22.8 on the game clock. It's 2 free throws here for Illinois State. Tyreek Coleman steps up to the line to take them. He's 3 for 4 from the stripe tonight. 15 points for the true freshman. The Redbirds missed their last 2 free throws to give the Beach a glimmer of hope. Coleman this time steps up and makes the first. 77-72. It'll be another free throw for Coleman.
Yeah, and Illinois State, they've been sent to the line so much by Long Beach tonight. 15 fouls for the Beach have resulted in now 33 free throws for Illinois State, and they've been incredibly efficient, shooting over 80% from the charity stripe.
33 free throws for Illinois State compared to 13 for the Beach. Coleman goes 2 for 2 on this trip to the line, so it's out to a 6-point lead for the Redbirds. They're going to provide pressure in the backcourt here. The Beach have to move fast.
And they need a three, Bruce.
22.8. Inbound pass goes to Rob Diaz. Gets a screen from Johnson. He goes to the corner. Bender now drives baseline, puts up a layup, and gets fouled. So it's going to be 2 free throws here for Shaquille Bender. With a 6-point deficit, Bender will need to make these both.
Yeah, 6-point deficit. He can make them both, or if Chris Acker so chooses, make one, miss one, hope for an offensive rebound. Plenty of size in the game. It's going to be Shea Johnson Jr. and Petar Mastorovic in there to fight for the rebound. A 6-0 run for Illinois State over the last minute and a half has proven to be the difference. We were wondering who was going to go on the last run. Certainly the Redbirds have stepped up, and this is the kind of experience that they have on the floor. They've been in these situations before. And Ryan Peden is going to lean on his veterans here to close it out with just 15 seconds on the clock.
Couple of subs coming in for Illinois State. The Beach had called over their starting, or their 5 on the floor to talk with Chris Acker before the free throw. It's 2 shots here for Shaquille Bender, his first trip to the free throw line tonight. 6-point lead for the Redbirds.
Shaq Bender has had a great second half. It's the reason he's up to 16 points. It was really the catalyst of an early run that Long Beach State went on when the Redbirds were struggling to score for just about 7 minutes. They went on a scoring drought and were still able to hold on to the lead. Bender now 2 big free throws early on in his Long Beach State career.
First free throw for Bender is good. So it's 78-73. We'll see if there's any thought to missing intentionally and going for a rebound, or if Bender is going to try to just make this second one. Dribbles calmly. Shot is up and through. So he knocks them both down. It's a 4-point deficit. Another sub coming in for the Beach. Cole Farrell subs in for Shaquille Bender. Bender with 4 fouls, so he'll head to the bench for the defensive possession. Shea Johnson Jr. guarding the inbounder. Beach in a full court press. Goes on a bounce in, and an immediate foul from Rob Diaz. It's going to be Johnny Kinziger going to the free throw line for the Redbirds.
Yeah, Kinziger not the guy you want to foul. 87% free throw shooter throughout his career. One of the best free throw shooters in all of college basketball. He makes himself available, makes himself open, gets the leverage over Rob Diaz, and will now head to the line. Still plenty of time on the clock, but you have to bank on Kinziger missing both of these, and first, that's just not going to happen.
Kinziger's only shot 1 free throw today. He got 13 points. 5'11" guard hits the first one. Calm, cool, and collected at the free throw line. 79-74, Illinois State ahead. 15.5 on the game clock. Landon Moore subs back in. Chase Walker to the bench for the Redbirds. And want Moore in there for defense on the wing. Second free throw, no good, off the back iron from Kinziger. Beach moved fast on the other side. Farrell steps through, puts up a layup, puts it in, plus the foul! Cole Farrell puts the shot in. He'll have a chance for a 3-point play. You'd think for the Redbirds, the one thing you don't want to do is foul down low. Farrell will have a free throw to try and cut the lead down to 2.
Illinois State could have let Farrell drive all the way in and have a free layup. A 3-point play is absolutely not what you need with a small lineup on the floor. Great heads-up play from Farrell to invite the contact, though, and now Illinois State is forced to bring back Chase Walker for a presence down low.
9.7 seconds on the game clock. Cole Farrell steps up to the free throw line. It rims in. It's a 2-point game, 79-77. Redbirds to pass it in from the baseline. They have all 5 guys on the baseline. What a unique set this is. Inbounding is Skunberg. They all run out from the baseline. Skunberg moves around, trying to find a pass, and he's going to call timeout. The Beach were calling for a turnover. It looked like JD, they wanted to say that he stepped off the baseline.
He was running out of time, Bruce. You only have 5 seconds to inbound the ball, and Illinois State could not get open. And that's also the Redbirds' final timeout. They have to take it to save themselves. Had the clock run out and the Illinois State team not been able to get open, Long Beach would have had an inbound beneath the basket with 10 seconds to spare. That could have been catastrophic. One thing to note here as well off the inbound, both teams in the double bonus. 2 free throws coming no matter who is fouled, but great defense there from Long Beach State. So disciplined with that 5-out set. Illinois State trying to run a football play here on the basketball court, and it did not pay off. Chris Acker in the timeout now, talking all about defense and how that last shot needs to be put up.
Skunberg was running back and forth along the baseline. It was close to potentially a 5-second violation. He was also moving his feet all over the place. So Chris Hacker drawn up a play here. The Beach are going to try and force a turnover off the inbound pass. If not, they'll have to immediately foul. 9.7 seconds remaining, a 2-point game. This one certainly far from over. A lot of different ways that the Beach could try and get this thing tied up or even maybe take a lead before the end of regulation.
Yeah, Long Beach has played this game down the stretch really, really well. Great game management from Chris Hacker, and Long Beach has made clutch buckets. They put themselves in a position to be competitive, to tie or take the lead. All they need to do, Bruce, is get the ball back, and that is going to be a tall task.
Long Beach here in their home opener, 0-3 coming in, looking for their first win of the young season. Once again, it'll be Bowden Skunberg inbounding. This time the Redbirds spread out in the backcourt.
Kissinger on Diaz. That's the matchup to watch. That's the one who they want fouled. Look for Rob Diaz to have to play some great defense off the inbound here.
Kinziger gets a screen and cuts in. Instead, a bounce pass goes to Coleman, but a foul gets called before the ball even gets inbounded. It's a foul on the inbounder, or on Rob Diaz, who was standing right along the baseline.
That might actually be better, Bruce. The ball does not go in play, and no time comes off the clock.
0.2, about 0.2 of a second is all that comes off.
Inconsequential, I'm sure, in the end, but Long Beach will now have to get the rebound off of this free throw. Kissinger is not the one who gets fouled. Instead, it's Coleman who's going to go to the line. A better situation here for the Beach. They have to hope and pray that both these free throws do not fall.
Coleman with 17 points in the game. The Pyramid gets loud, a 2-point lead for Illinois State. First free throw, is good. It rimmed around and just did fall. This is a huge free throw here, a 3-point game. Illinois State ahead 80-77. The Beach hoping for a miss to keep it as a one-possession game.
And the Beach cannot stop the clock no matter what happens here. They need to get the ball down the floor and pop a three.
Coleman 6 for 7 on free throws today. He steps up for the biggest one in the game. Free throw from Coleman is good. It's a 4-point lead for Illinois State, 81-77. 9.7 on the clock. The Beach don't touch it as it rolls across the half-court stripe. They need to get a shot off. Majstorovic pulls the triple from the right wing. It's good! 5.4 on the clock. It's down to a 1-point game. Redbirds will pass it in from the baseline. The Beach try to go for a steal. Inbound pass goes to the guard and an immediate foul. It'll be Johnny Kinziger going to the free throw line. But with a 1-point game, even if Kinziger knocks them both down, it'll still be a one-possession deficit.
Great possession, great offense for the Beach to get that shot. Cole Farrell lets the ball roll across the timeline, and Chris Hacker is screaming to get it right here. Right in front of him was Petar Majstorovic. The Redbirds had doubled the ball handler down the floor, and the Syracuse transfer comes up once again. 19 points, 3 for 5 from beyond the arc, and Kissinger at the line, but he can only make it a 3-point game. Far from over here, Bruce, with 4.9 on the clock.
Just under 5 seconds to go. First free throw is good from Kinziger. He steps up there without any look of fear in his eyes.
Redbirds organizing defensively. Conversations happening between all 5 on the floor right now. Long Beach needs to rebound and push the pace.
The 87% career free throw shooter. Kinziger's second one up and no good off the back iron. 3 seconds to go, and they foul immediately. Oh my goodness, Kinziger thought it was a 3-point game. He fouled in the backcourt, and the Beach are going to have a 1-and-1 to try and tie it. What a mental mistake from the junior.
The Beach are on the double bonus here, Bruce. They're going to have 2 shots. They can tie it from the free throw line right here, right now.
Oh my goodness, what a mistake from Kinziger. He put his hands to his head as he didn't realize what the score was. It's a 2-point game, and the Beach will have 2 shots. Cole Farrell steps up to take them. Farrell 1 for 1 from the stripe today. First free throw from Cole Farrell. No good. It missed off the right side of the rim. And now with 3.7 to go, the Beach will have to think about missing this one intentionally.
And back into the game comes Chase Walker. He's going to rebound against Shea Johnson Jr. on the left side. Farrell needs to miss this to the right where Majstorovic is lined up against Wolf.
Oh, man. Farrell, second free throw here. He puts it up. Off the back iron, no good. Fighting around for the ball. It bounces out towards the corner. He puts it up. Farrell's shot, no good. And this one goes final. 82-80. Illinois State beats the Long Beach State. Oh my goodness, what a finish.
Oh my gosh.
They had 2 free throws to try and tie. Farrell couldn't knock down the first one. And then after missing intentionally, the ball rolled around towards the corner. Farrell himself tracked it down, faded away out of bounds, but couldn't hit the shot. It's a 2-point win for Illinois State.
There are few words, Bruce, to describe what we have just witnessed. Illinois State gifted this game to Long Beach at the very end. on a silver platter, and Farrell can't knock down the free throws. Even afterwards, the defensive tenacity to poke the ball out of the arms of Chase Walker and put up a shot is impressive. But Chris Acker has to be kicking himself as Long Beach State are going to drop this one unbelievably 82-80.
The Beach shoot 10 for 18 from the free throw line in the game, and then they lose by 2. What a finish that was. The Beach drop a heartbreaker here in their home opener. Illinois State 82, Beach 80 is the final.
Petar Mastorovich drops a new career high as well. 19 points, 8 for 15 from the field, 3 for 5 from beyond the arc. He was so clutch down the stretch, Bruce, and Long Beach State really, you feel, does deserve more from this game. You look at how it unfolded with Illinois State with scoring droughts that combined eclipsed 12 of the 40 minutes tonight. And Long Beach is unable to capitalize down the stretch. Yes, a physical game. Yes, an intense game, but the Beach cannot close it out when it matters most. It's another heartbreaker at the buzzer in back-to-back games.
Illinois State leads for 35 of the 40 minutes and is able to pull through and finish it out at the end. Long Beach with a valiant comeback effort. They outscored the Redbirds by 6 in the second half on their way to make it close. And a nail-biting finish goes the way of Illinois State. The Redbirds improved to 2-2 overall on the season. Long Beach drops to 0-4. They'll still be looking for their first win next time out as they play Nobel University in 3 days in the Battle at the Beach tournament here on Wednesday.
Yeah, the Battle at the Beach tournament is also going to see Montana State come to town. These next 2 games for the Beach are going to be their best chances to finally get that first win. Nobel University, not a Division I program, and Montana State, yes, a very good mid-major program, but one Long Beach State should be able to take down to the wire at the very least. We've seen late game situations plague this team now in back-to-back years, something they're going to need to figure out come conference time.
Those demons of late game finishes have not quite been banished from the Walter Pyramid. There were so many heartbreakers last year for this Beach squad, and here's another one in the home opener in this new year. Illinois State wins 82-80, and that'll do it for us here at the Walter Pyramid. For JayDe Beaudry next to me and the rest of our 22 West sports crew, I'm Bruce Kuntz. This has been Long Beach State men's basketball on 22 West Radio. We'll be back on the air Tuesday for Beach women's volleyball. Our next Beach men's basketball broadcast will be on Wednesday for that game against Nobel. Hope you'll join us for those 2 casts, and thank you again for tuning into this one tonight.